So before I start talking about these interesting scenarios that are being flashed looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame using different scenarios, I want you guys to quickly destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much. We know, guys, in a weekly, the price of Bitcoin is still below some of the most important line of resistance. The resistance from this 200 weekly moving average and also the 30 weekly moving average, which sits exactly around 28,000 range. Yes, guys, this 28,000 for now is definitely going to be looked as a line of resistance and also a line which we have to overcome if we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to form another double bottom type of formation, right, with price objective around 30,000, 33,000 range. Yes, guys, if the price of Bitcoin wants to start with this actual bullishness, then in the medium short term, we definitely need to find support above 28,000, because getting rejection or price failing to find support above that range parallelly could also indicate that this will line up as a dead cat bounce trading pattern. Now, if the price of Bitcoin wants to continue this impulsiveness, then we have to break the resistance from this 200 weekly moving average, 30 weekly moving average, and also the resistance from this 0.5 Fibonacci line, because getting rejection around that area not just only warns us about this dead cat bounce trading pattern, but also the ABC corrective Leatherface pattern from Elliott wave. Yes, guys, this Elliott wave theory also clearly shows us that if the price in the medium short term, if the price for the coming days remains below 28,000, fails to break out of that range, then this bearish scenario could be on the line. And also in the medium short term, guys, if you look at this carefully, right now the price of Bitcoin is forming this ascending broadening wedge formation, which is also a bearish continuation pattern formation. Yes, guys, if you look at this carefully, the price in our case, right, the price in our case after this range bound, you can see we were facing resistance from this upper trend line, support from this lower trend line. So in the medium short term, if the price fails to hold the support which you have around 27,500, then this might play out as a bearish continuation pattern here like this, and price could be coming back to test the support which we have around 26,000, right, before starting with this actual impulsiveness, because we know it's not just only the price opportunity from this ascending broadening wedge, we also have the CPI line around that area, which is extremely important. And now if I would include another interesting price movement, if the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term loses the support around 27,000 to 27,500, then you can see the price in our case could be following this head and shoulder pattern, which could indicate us that we get attracted here to the downside to test this key line one more time before starting with the new impulsive movement. Yes, guys, the price of Bitcoin in our case must remain above 27,500 if we want to invalidate this bearish scenario which is lining up right now. But if we do see that happening, if the price does get attracted here to the downside around 26,000, 26,700 range, then that will be also looked as a retest. Price coming back to test the key line of support here, the support from this Williams alligator indicator, before starting with a new impulsiveness. Because if you look at the indicators, RSI, MACD, T3CCI, all of these three indicators are still bullish. And even if this is going to result in some bearish continuation, this exact line, this Williams alligator indicator, will be acting as a line of support. Yes, guys, the price of Bitcoin parallelly is forming some very bullish scenario, and for this bullish scenario also to play out, first we need a retest. Price coming back to test the previous temporary race line, flipping that into support, and only after that starting with this new impulsive movement. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here, even if this bearish scenario plays out, price getting attracted towards the 26,000, 26,600 range, even this head and shoulder scenario plays out, please do not worry, because we have extremely important line of support lining around that area, and only after breaking below this key line which we have around 26,000, then that will trigger another bearish continuation here to the downside. So in a bigger picture, 26,000 must hold, and in the medium short term, 27,500 range. And now, even if you look at another bullish continuation pattern which is playing out right now for Bitcoin, and this here is also indicating us the price in the medium short term could show weakness, could get attracted towards this key line, and only after that it is going to start with this new impulsive movement. So in our case, if that is going to happen, then we are more than happy to accumulate some more Bitcoin around that area. But please wait for a proper confirmation. I have been saying this since a couple of days. Even when the price was breaking around above 28,000, I was very clear, wait until we find proper support above that range before placing any long trades. So now in the medium short term, I'm definitely going to wait some more. If it's going to be a bullish continuation pattern, then I definitely want the price to find proper support over 28,000. So if this is going to be a bearish continuation pattern, then I'm waiting for price to lose the support around 26,000 before placing any trade, because there is no point of rushing in right now. Not just only that, even if you look at this falling wedge pattern, according to this falling wedge pattern as well, after breaking out from this upper trend line, the price could show weakness, get attracted here to the downside, first consolidate around that area, and only after that start with this new impulsive movement. So this is something what we are also expecting to play out in our case. Price after some range bound, so a move here to the downside, testing the key line of support first, and only after that starting with this new impulsive movement. And now, before I dive further into this content, I want you guys to quickly destroy that like button if you haven't done it yet, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. But if you want to support me even further, a comment is always appreciated. Thank you very much. And now, if you look at this price action here, you can see, guys, in our case, this is still a VCPR. VCPR means the price is choosing a trend duration for this month of October without touching these lines. And why is this so important? Because in the past price action, we have found out in more than 90% or 95% of cases, price usually gets attracted towards the CPR line, right? And only after that decides the trend duration. So in our case, if this here is going to play out as a bearish continuation pattern, which I just showed you, then please be careful. This retracement here, right, losing the support on 27,000 could bring us exactly around this VCPR line. And only after that, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to start with this actual impulsiveness. Yes, guys, even in the medium short term, if the price does show weakness, does get attracted towards the 26,000, that will be looked as a retest, price coming back to test the key line of resistance, previous temporary resistance line, before starting with a new impulsiveness. So please be careful and do not over leverage yourself at this current state. So this is all what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed what I just showed you, then please do not hesitate to destroy the like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.